Yes, all right, my friends. Let's go ahead and move on to my first challenge of the day. I was asked many months ago, many moons ago, chap, that I should put together a white savior movie tier list, and I have done just that. I have scoured the internet, and I have obtained many films that feature white saviors, okay? Now, this is a little different than your typical tier list. Usually you have your S tier movies, A tier, all the way down to F and stuff like that. I wanted to change it up a little bit, so I made my own custom tier. Starting at the top, chap, I have white god / literally became black or an alien, all right? I think that's pretty self-explanatory. That's where the white person is literally, they have magic powers, okay? They are larger than life. They control the fates of all the peoples, especially black peoples and peoples of other ethnicities and races. Or they actually become black or that race or an alien. But it all falls into one, in my opinion. All falls into one. It's like they go through a physical transformation, a metaphysical transformation, chat. So that's like the ultimate white savior. That's I don't know if you can go higher than that. I don't believe so. The other tier is racist, but kind of okay. This is where the white saviors, they start out just kind of being a racist, but they put aside their racism and they learn to be a better person and help the people of different races and ethnicities, all right? So they start out racist, but then they kind of become okay, and they may even sacrifice themselves in the movie to make up for their racism throughout their life. So that's the next one. It's right under God. After that, I have reached those kids. That's where you have the white central figure, literally reaching out, helping a bunch of ethnicities or people of different races, usually in a school or something like that, right? There's a lot of those. There's a lot of those out there, chat, so they reach those kids. And then the next one is, it's all white. It's yes, it's a white savior, but they're not, I don't know, there's just something about them where they kind of don't go the extra mile, They're kind of an asshole, and they kind of just learn to get along with, a single person of a different ethnicity or race. It's they could have done more. They could have done more is what I'm saying. All right, that's why it's all white, right? Or Fox's loud, heavy black woman side. That's fair. I would do that too. I would do that too for some of these movies. No doubt about it. Dad Chicken, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate that. So without further ado, chat, let's get to it. Let's get to the first movie on here. I have Brad Pitt's 12 Years a Slave, chat, all right? Now, again, this movie is based on a true story, the story of Solomon Northup, right? Who was a free man, who was a violinist who was horrifically kidnapped, and then sold into slavery in the South, chat, right? And he spent literally 12 years as a slave, suffering, trying to figure out a way to get back to his family. But again, the circumstances were just so difficult. And it's a very harrowing story. It's actually a really good movie. However, it does end with good old Brad Pitt coming in there saying, I will help you. I will give you this letter to your family and help you out. And in terms of it's... And this is what I'm talking about in terms of my ranking. In terms of movie, it's very good. But in terms of the white savior, fucking Brad Pitt's like a white savior at the 11th hour. All right? And yes, he debated, he debated the racist slave owner that Troy Ejiofor, had to deal with all this time. Michael Fassbender, he was a rough one, chat. But even then, he was like, I don't want to get in trouble. I'm not sure. And he had to be convinced by Troy Ejiofor to do that. So, I don't know. I'm gonna go, it's all white. It's all white, chat. He could have done more. He could have done more is what I'm saying with his white saviorisms, right? Avatar, chat, this is literally a person who was sent to an alien world to colonize it. That's what it was. It's a colonization story. Not only did he participate in that, but he literally became an alien. He literally became the indigenous species on the planet, fell in love with one of them, and literally was better than all of them at the various Navi stuff. Like, he flew the bird dragon thing better. He shot the arrow stuff better, you know. He fucked the trees better with his weird hair braid thing. Like, he was better than them. Okay? And he literally became them. So in terms of like white saviorism, that's Avatar's top tier. That's like you're just under a god, but you became them. So Avatar is white god / really became black or an alien. So that's where that is right now, okay? And, speaking of the devil, Dances with Wolves. Dances with Wolves, very similar to Avatar. Matter of fact, Avatar is often called Blue Kitty Cat or Dances with Blue Kitty Cats. I mean, it takes from that movie along with Pocahontas. Kevin Costner, he interacts with Native Americans at his fort, later ingratiates himself to them, adopts their lifestyle, ends up stupping the other white one that they got. It's already kind of integrated in their society, and pretty much becomes the greatest Native American ever. So I'm also going to say a lot of appropriation. I'm going to say this is also white god / really became black or an alien. So that's up there, chat. That's up there too. It's underneath Avatar. It's underneath Avatar because he literally didn't become the species, but he was very close. Very, very close, chat. We have Dangerous Minds. Dangerous Minds, this is, I believe, Michelle Pfeiffer. This is Michelle Pfeiffer. Dangerous Minds, Michelle Pfeiffer, she's just trying to reach those goddamn kids, chat, all right? And as far as I know, she did just that. And so that goes right in this, right there. It's reach those kids. And she did it. She did it. We also have Freedom Riders, where Hilary Swank does the exact same thing, chat. Much like Michelle Pfeiffer, where she's like, I'm going to reach those goddamn kids, those kids in that classroom, and they don't like me at first, but I'm going to teach them how to write real well. And then they ended up liking her, chat. She reached them through writing, so that is also going underneath reach those kids. After that, we have Gran Torino, Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood's character, racist, doesn't like blacks. He doesn't like the Latinos. He doesn't like Asians, chat. He doesn't like other religions. He's like, I don't like them. But he meets some Asian kids, and he's like, you know what? These Asian kids, they're better than my family, right? I still don't like them because they're Asian, but I hate my fucking family. And so even though I'm pretty racist, I'm gonna like hang out with them and teach them like how to work on a car, and I'm gonna deal with these hoodlums in the neighborhood that are trying to get the kid to join their gang, right? And I'm still gonna be racist towards him, but I'm gonna die a racist. But he's gonna get a little bit better. He's a little bit better. So he's racist, but kinda okay. He's racist, but kinda okay. I think that makes sense. Green Book. Now we have Green Book. You got see Green Book right there? Now Green Book, I think this can go either or, white savior and or mystical magical black man. In my opinion, chat. And like in this one, you have Viggo Mortensen, who pretty much plays this. He's not like super racist. He's just kind of ignorant, and he just says ignorant racist things, but without like intending to be mean about it. He's just, black people like chicken. You guys love chicken, right? He's like that kind of racist guy. But I like chicken too, right? And so he doesn't really like change anything in the movie. He just kind of protects Mahershala Ali in the South. And even then, like how they kind of portray the South, where they go to like some towns, and this is like a fucking sundown town. It's like, and you're just kind of, getting away with it for the most part. So I don't know. I think this, not a great movie. I think it's all white. It's just all white, Chad. Viggo Mortensen's like, he goes as far as to say, black people love chicken, but I love chicken too. We're the same. That's what the movie's saying. So I'm going to put it's all white. It's all white, Chad. That's going right there. That's going right there in that tier. After that, I have Hardball, where Keanu Reeves just plays baseball with a lot of black kids, Chad. And he's kind of good at it. For some of them die though. He's not that great at it. Okay, some of those kids do die. He was just like, listen, I'm just here to play Little League Baseball. I can't handle, gang violence, right? Certainly he can't because a couple of them die in the movie. So I'm going to say that's like the lowest so far. That's the lowest for it. Keanu Reeves, you put in the bare minimum helping those kids. I would have said reach those kids, but some of those kids just die. So I'm gonna say it's pretty low. Pretty low on the list, chat. Hidden Figures. So Hidden Figures, which focuses on the black women that helped us get into outer space, chat, helped us land on the moon. Very good. Very, very cool, very aspiring story. However, they did like add some like white saviorism to it. So Kevin Costner shows up in this movie, and he's at first like, I'm kind of hands off. If the black people know what they're doing, then great, have them come in here. But he observes the racism right within NASA, and he takes it upon himself to like get rid of the white bathrooms and the black bathrooms / colored bathroom. He's like, I'm gonna take a hammer to this. Like that's that one big scene in the film that never happened in the movie, by the way. Or excuse me, it never happened like in real life. That was a lot of bullshit. It was actually the black women themselves that said, fuck this. We're not going to put up with this, okay? If we're fucking working here, we're doing these difficult equations with mathematics and everything else to get these goddamn white boys in space, right? So, yeah, it's kind of bullshit. So I think, in terms of white saviorism, chat, it's pretty fucking low because a lot of it's made up. And they present it as real. So I'm going to say, not quite as bad as Keanu Reeves not helping those kids in Hardball. So it's going to kind of go right there. I'll say it right there. It's kind of going to go right there above Green Book, but not quite Brad Pitt. Because, Brad Pitt, that was based on a real life guy that helped that guy. But still, he was 11th hour savior. He's 11th hour savior, chat. So there we go. Last of the Mohicans. Here we go. Now, Last of the Mohicans is a great movie, but it's literally about Daniel Day-Lewis becoming a Native American, being the best Native American. He's really fucking good at it. That's why he's like the last of the Mohicans. Isn't that ironic? It's a great story. If you like, colonial history, and like warfare, that's got all of it in the spades of the nasty movie. But I mean, we gotta speak the truth, chat. I mean, literally, they're saying that Daniel Day-Lewis is like the last Native American of the specific tribe. So it's like, come on. So this goes up here with white god / literally became black or an alien, chat. In this case, Native American. I'm gonna put that right up there. That's going to go. That's top tier, baby. That's top tier. After that, we have Radio. Oof, this is a rough one. This is a rough one, chat. Ed Harris is here to help Cuba Gooding Jr., Radio, who's, he's not over there. He's many mental disabilities, chat. And Ed Harris is like, listen, I just want to coach football, but I like this guy. I want to help him out, But I know it's based on a real story, but this movie is fucking rough. This movie's really rough. A lot of times unintentionally funny, chat. So this, I have to say, I think I'd rather have Keanu Reeves help me out than Ed Harris. So Radio's going to go, that's down below. It's all white. It's all white. He just wants pie. That's all he wants. The Air up there. I've never actually seen this movie, chat, but it's Kevin Bacon, I think, trying to recruit an African man to join the NBA. It's a hell of a premise. They say the air up there because this African man is so tall that the air is just fucking different, chat. He's basically in the stratosphere, right? And I think like Kevin Bacon initially is kind of racist and a piece of shit in the film, but he learns to not look at black people as just like, hey, you're sports. That's what you do. He realized like, no, they're actual human beings. They're human beings. So I think he's kind of like, I think it kind of goes right below Gran Torino where it's like racist, but he's kind of okay at the end of the movie. Like he learns. What the fuck? I think that's what he does. I never saw the movie. I only assume that's what happened in the film. I think that's what Kevin Bacon's whole deal was. Here we go, Che. Here we go. We got to it. The Blind Side, Chad. What is often, when you think of the white savior movie, people, I think their minds immediately go to The Blind Side. where yes, based on a true story, but that true story, although the details of that are changing now and more stuff has been revealed about it, and like the actual person who was saved by this family says it was not like that at all. So facts might be fiction, fiction might be facts. But yeah, this movie's ridiculous where Sandra Bullock, she does a lot of these movies, where she and her very rich white family adopt a giant black man who has pretty much been abandoned by his family and can't read or write. And they're like, we're going to adopt you. We're going to teach you to read and write, do all that. And he's real good at football, so you're going to make some money for us. That's what the movie is essentially about, chat. And Sandra Bullock, usually you would kind of say like, well, she reached those kids. I think it goes above that. I think she is like the white god. In this situation, chat. It's the ultimate through and through white savior film. So for me, it's got to go up there. It's even past Avatar, chat. It's the biggest one. So right there, we're white god / literally became black or an alien. Obviously, Sandra Bullock did not become black, but I think we can look at her as the white god, if you will. So there we go. The Great Wall, chat. The Great Wall, which has Matt Damon and I think Pedro Pascal or something. I don't know. He was a guy with a mustache. But they go to China because all these Chinese people, they don't know how to fight on the Great Wall. They just can't do it. And the Great Wall, China's being attacked by a bunch of lizards, right? Giant lizards, kaiju. And it's like, we need a white man to save us. And thank God fucking Matt Damon is there because he's their white man. She's their white savior. He's the best, archer in the world, and he's getting all these giant monsters off the Great White Wall, all right? The Great White Wall. It will be a Great White Wall after he wins. And so, this, not racist, not really racist, chat. Maybe he's just like, I don't understand these people. That's as far as he goes, But he's like the best at like being on the Great Wall. So I'm going to say this is kind of like right up there. This is right up there. Under Last of the Mohicans. I think we can agree with that. Oh, shit. The Help, chat. The Help. Now, I think white saviors, that's what most of the movie like focuses on. It's like, yes, you have these amazing performances by Octavia Spencer, Viola Davis. I think Octavia Spencer like won the Oscar, that year for a role in it. And shows you like, these black maids in these rural southern parts of the country are, struggling because of racism and classism and things like that. And are trying to lift themselves up. But in order for them, as the movie presents it, for them to lift themselves up, they need the help of a rich white person, right? They need the help of a rich white Emma Stone or, a rich white Bryce Dallas Howard. It's like, that's what they need, right? So, and they're a little racist. But they learn to be better, right? They're okay. And so I'm going to say this is racist, but they're kind of okay. They're kind of okay, in the end. They become better. They become not as arrogant and ignorant. So that goes right there. Chat. A lot of like what? There's like a theme going on where you have the last of something, the last of a specific culture, way of life, and usually the last of that culture is a white man. That's the case for the Last Samurai too, where Tom Cruise is literally the last samurai. You have this one samurai clan. They're holding on to their traditions, their way of life. They don't want to modernize like Japan, which they're concerned that's going to be, they're going to become imperialist, which they kind of do. And they're like, nope. And Ken Watanabe wants nothing to do with it. And then, the Emperor of Japan, they bring in Tom Cruise to, train a modern army, but they get their asses kicked. But then Ken Watanabe's like, don't worry, white man. We're going to acclimate you to our culture. You're gonna meet a really hot, Japanese girl that you're going to want to shtup. And then you will become the last samurai, right? He is by the end of the movie, chat. So this goes up to white god or literally became black or an alien. So this is up there. I think this is hard. It's kind of like right here. Oh, it's hard. I'm going to put you right next to Last of the Mohicans. That just feels appropriate. That just feels appropriate to me, chat. There you go. The Matrix. So, Neo is a savior. He's a savior, and he literally saves the most important black man in the film, Morpheus, chat. The two white people do. Now, I know Keanu Reeves, he's half white, but still, he's still white. Him and Trinity team up to help Morpheus, who got captured by another white guy. It's just white people fighting white people to save black people, chat. That's the Matrix. So this also goes, and he becomes God. He literally becomes God. He is the one. He is the one, Chad. So I think this has to go pretty high. I think, man, he's like the God of the internet. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go right there. It's like right underneath Avatar, chat. It's not quite Blindside, but it's right underneath Avatar. And then we have the principal. Where you had Jim Belushi, not John, that would have been funny, but you have good old Jim Belushi and Louis Gossett Jr. They're like, we gotta fucking turn this school around, chat. All right, even though we're getting our asses kicked every day, we're gonna power through those punches, chat. And so he reached those goddamn kids alongside Michelle Pfeiffer and Hilary Swank. Give fucking Jim Belushi his flowers, chat. He did it. Good old Jimbo. Speaking of reaching those kids, the late, great Matthew Perry, chat. Oh, a.k.a. Ron Clark. He played Ron Clark in the movie. It's his story. He went into that classroom. Those kids talked a lot of shit to him. And he, unlike the other ones, he talked a lot of shit back. He basically told them to go fuck themselves. So it's like, whoa, okay, holy shit. So I'm going to put the Ron Clark story. That's top tier. He reached those goddamn kids. Shit. I think he beat the crap out of some of them, too. No, you got to go right there. Perfect. There you go, champ. The Soloist. Now, I haven't seen this movie, but all I know is it's Robert Downey Jr., and he finds Jamie Foxx, who is this genius musician, but he's crazy. He's like a crazy hobo that knows how to play the violin real good, and he's like, I gotta help this guy, but I'm also kind of exploiting him at the same time, and so it's like, kind of race, but kind of okay. But I don't know. I think it's all white. I haven't really seen the movie, so I'm going to say it's all white, chat. So I'm going to just go right there. I think Keanu Reeves did a little bit better with those kids, even though some of them died. I'm going to put him right there. And the last one, chat, is To Kill a Mockingbird. To Kill a Mockingbird, of course, you have the original novel, which is incredible. Truman Capote, he wasn't a big fan of it. He's like, I don't understand. I don't get it. It's a big deal, what the big deal is. But the book's really good. I've read the book. I've seen the movie of Gregory Peck. Real good. And for those who don't know, it pretty much focuses on, several things, but one of the main plot lines is you follow this girl whose father is a lawyer, played by Gregory Peck, who takes on the defense of this black man in this a very racist southern rural town who is accused of raping this white woman. Obviously, he didn't rape the white woman at all. That was untrue. The whole town's like, fuck this guy, we want to kill him, and Gregory Peck, he's like, no, I'm going to take it on, and to help him, and he loses the case, but the black people of the community are like, you tried. you tried, right? And so, I mean, I'm going to say, and he's like, and there's like a little, I think Gregory Peck's character, he's like not, like racist, I would say, it maybe like a little bit of ignorance or something, I don't know. I think I gotta put this up here. I was thinking maybe racist, but kind of okay. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna say white guy a little bit, but he didn't become black either. But they kind of look at him as like a ethereal figure. I don't know, chat. This is the hard one because it's a really good movie. But I understand the criticisms. I'm gonna say, because he didn't, it's better than all white. He didn't really, I guess he technically reached his daughter who's a kid. There's that. Racist, sure, but kind of okay. I don't know. I guess Gregory Peck is kind of like ethereal and godlike. I'm going to put him right here, Jack. They all really looked up to him in the movie. There you go. That's my list. That's my white savior movie tier list, chap. I think it's self-explanatory. For white gods, I'm going to go down the list. For white god / Lily became a black or an alien. I have The Blind Side at top tier, followed by Avatar, The Matrix, To Kill a Mockingbird, Dances with Wolves, The Last Samurai, Last of the Mohicans, and The Great Wall. Racist, but kind of okay at the end. I have The Help, Gran Torino, The Air Up There. Reach Those Kids, where a character pretty much just, it's usually a white teacher, reaches those kids in an urban environment. I have, the Ron Clark story, the late great Matthew Perry. Dangerous Minds, Freedom Writers, and The Principal with Jim Belushi. And then It's All White, where it's like, and this one is either like the movie's just, or the white savior literally comes in at the 11th hour and doesn't really do all that much. He's like, maybe he hasn't, he's inciting important thing, obviously, for the black person or the person of whatever race or ethnicity to succeed in the movie, sure. But they're pretty late. They're pretty late when it comes to it. Or the movie's just like, whatever. And I would say that's 12 Years a Slave, Hidden Figures, Green Book, Keanu Reeves and Hardball. Some of them died under his watch. The Soloist, and I think Radio at Last I think that makes sense. Yeah, there's my list. Yeah, my white savior. What did you guys think? What did you guys think of my list? Viper's like, judging me. That's fair. Oh, let me see what you guys are saying. Oh, man, suggestion, The Substitute. Ooh, that would have been a good one. Tom Bergeron plays a mercenary. He goes undercover as a teacher in an urban school, quote unquote. He reaches some of the kids and shoots others to clean up the school. That would have went down. That would have reached those kids. That would have been there. Oh, man. I had the Kill Mockingbird was a hard one. That's the one I was like, I don't know about this. Dorial McCoy, those freaking labels. Oh, wait until you see the mystical, magical Blackman labels I have. Wait until those are next. Those are fucking next. Oh, man. Oh, God. Let's see what else I got here. We're just White Man's Burner. I didn't want to add that one. I didn't want to add this one. Alex is Bravo. Gregory Peck forces wife to ingest LSD. Gets a free will. Damn, that's not good, Gregory Peck. Surprised there was no Cool Runnings or just that get up. No, I could have had that. You're right. Now, listen, there's gonna be ones that I'm gonna miss. I think we covered a lot, though. We had like a little over 20 films here, which is pretty good. I want to make it super, super long because some tier lists in the past were like hours long. It's like, let me, get an hour each or 30 or 40 minutes. But Cool Runnings, John Candy, he helped them out. That's true. You're not wrong, Isaac. Good point. Oh, well, this was an interesting tier list. This look. Tim Rice is a racer. Arnold saving of Vanessa Williams. Burt Reynolds, Cop and a Half. Candyman. Katria suggested Candyman. Richard Madsen saved that chocolate baby. And the entire neighborhood shut up to her peril. That's true. Indiana Jones, the Temple of Doom. He saved those Indian children from slavery and a cult. That's true. One part you asked to even make this. This was recommended to me by Nia Brownie way back when. She wanted me to do a white savior tier list and a mystical, magical Blackman list for Black History Month. And I said, I'll do it. But then I ran out of time, and so I'm doing a belated list. I'm signing the petition. That's fair. I'll allow it. I love that one. I remembered that me and my mama did a bad movie back-to-back. We just got through watching American Cyborg, Steel War, and then The Air Up There back in 94. Woof, that must have been rough. Oh, for those who don't know, White Man's Burner is a John Travolta, Harry Belafonte movie from the 90s that asked the ultimate question, what if we lived in a society where black people were racist to white people? Black people were the 1%. And the story starts with Belafonte seeing Travolta and asking, what's this dirty white man doing on my lawn? I think we gotta watch that for a watch party. We need to watch that for a watch party. Chris saying the word chocolate baby is hilarious. I read what I see. Oh, man. Well, he did teach them a sport they had no reason to learn, and they had a moment at the Olympics. I don't know if that really counts. I mean, he helped them. Hashtag blame Naya. Oh, Hamilton, I have not done a Mickey 17 review. I want to get to my tier stuff first, or my challenges first. Human the Black Human with the very generous 500 base. What an uncomfortable stream. I love it. Yay, Human the Black Human. Well, you just came in. I just finished up my white savior tier list. Pretty good. About 20 plus films on this list. I think I put together a good list here, chat. A couple of suggestions from other people that I could have added, but not bad. It's a list that can be revisited, chat. Listen, there's always going to be more movies made in the future, and those movies will most definitely feature white saviors helping people of various races and ethnicities, right? So It's not like that we're going to stop getting them anytime soon. We'll just expand upon it, every once in a while. It'll be fun. Oh, Amistad. How did that one go? Oh, Amistad. I don't remember. I mean, such a forgettable film, to be perfectly honest. But I could have ended that, too. Candyman is kind of an anti. That's the thing. Like, because Katrina, I thank you for bringing that up. Because Katrina brought that up earlier. Because, and as Deadpool says, is kind of the anti-white savior movie because it literally ruins her life. Yeah, it's like she fucked around and then she found out. Like, that's what happened. She's like, I'm going to exploit these black people for my thesis. And then Candyman shows up, is like, and he just destroys her life. Which is amazing. So you could say it falls under it, but then also doesn't. It's kind of the I do believe it's the anti-white savior movie. Yeah. Agreed. But yeah, that's my list. I think it's a fun list. Fun list.